RMAC tournament quarterfinal win over MSU Denver. Coach, just start off with a recap of the game. It was a 3-point game at halftime, and you guys sort of made the plays you needed to at the end.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought playoff win. It felt like March out there, and it's proud of the guys. They really battled and competed against a very good team that, gave us their best effort, and that's what you're going to get this time of year. Teams are trying to extend their season. For a guy like Tyree Randall, this is his last game of his career, tremendous talent, and, he was going to be ready. And so I was just really proud of the gritty effort we kind of made all night. We didn't panic when things weren't going great, and then we stepped up and made some big plays down the stretch. Both these guys made a number of plays at both ends, and then, I really was proud of Christopher Speller. Wasn't having a great night, but then, he's just clutch, and he steps up and hits that big three and really did a great job defensively down the stretch.
Blaise, leading scorer tonight with 23, and you also had a block, which doesn't always happen. So, just talk about your game tonight and the performance on both ends of the floor.
I mean, I had some obviously some foul trouble. It kept me out the game, and game got tight, and I knew when I had to come back in, I had to be productive. And I mean, Trev and Christopher made some huge plays. Everyone else really stepped up when I went down. So, I mean, credit to all the guys on our team. Everyone came in and did their role, and we got the win. So that's what it's all about.
And Trevor, do have to talk about the milestone you hit today, 1,000 points for your career. Yeah, smile about it. You deserve it. Just talk a little bit, just reflect on what that means, not only for you to do it personally, but also you're the second person in your family to do it here at CMU. So just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, no, it means a lot. It's a tremendous honor. I think it's really cool that my dad was also a 2,000 point scorer. So I'm not at that milestone. I still got a long way to go. But I told Coach I was going to say this, but I scored 1,000 points at Western. There was a box score mishap in the Westminster game, and I had 6 points instead of 4.
There's a lot of confusion in our locker room after the game at Western.
Because I knew I had 6, and that's why I shot the mid-range with 12 seconds left or whatever it was. I was like, my one and only mid-range attempt of the year was for my 1,000th, or ever was for my 1,000th. But I was like, hey, oh well, I'm not going to complain. But I'm really happy.
Probably get a bucket sometime.
Exactly. Yeah, I wasn't too stressed about it, but no, it's I mean, my teammates do everything to help me get open. Blaise makes my life a lot easier, getting me open. So I mean, it's all credit to my teammates, really, though.
All right, questions.
I say, they tried to set you up early, and it's like. He gets a dunk, but then it's wiped out. I mean, was it hard, even though you had 1,000 points, I guess, going in? Was it hard to keep it out of your mind, or?
I don't think I did a good enough job in the first half just to try to get it to play. Because, I mean, it was the first possession. I was like, okay, I'm going to try to get it. And then when I didn't get it, I didn't really want to force through the offense anyway. But, I mean, once it came, it just loosened me up a little bit. I was a little tense, but it probably shouldn't have been. Shouldn't have let it get to me or anything, but it came eventually, and then just played a lot better after that. But it was definitely something. It was in the back of my mind, but I was trying to loosen up and not think about it.
Yeah. I say, Blaise, this is the first time you've had foul trouble, I think. Well, I know all year, and maybe your entire career, other than your freshman year, you had a lot of charges. But I mean, it was. Was it hard to kind of figure out? One, how they were calling things, and then to sit on the bench for an extended length of time, because that's not what you do.
I mean, I most definitely jinxed myself. Earlier today, me and Mac were talking about how he can't ever stop fouling, and I was like, I'm never going to get in foul trouble. And this was during our shoot-around, and lo and behold, 4 fouls in 13 minutes ago. I was like, dang, it's tough. But, again, credit to the teammates. Everyone stepped up, did what they had to do, and we got the win, so it's the most important thing.
Let's say you went up for a rebound. You got up. Once you got back in, it's like Blaise is back, and he's saying, give me the ball. It's going to be mine. And, then it looked like, once you kind of got back in, the offense started flowing a little bit better again after a couple of possessions. And
Elijah came in and did what he was supposed to do. I mean, those 3 threes in the first half were huge for us. They came in with an extended zone. We were kind of uncomfortable. Our offense wasn't really flowing. Elijah kind of loosened them up with them threes. And, I mean, the second half, he had a great cut to the basket. He he came in and was productive. And this is his first time around, so like, I mean, the turnover at the top, we're going to expect some mistakes from him as a freshman. I mean, my freshman year I had a ton of mistakes, so I mean, credit to him coming ready, being ready to play, and I mean, making big plays for us. So that's what it's all about.
And he got his first career block today.
Let's go.
And he was letting him know. He was letting the guard know about it. He was. I was really happy to see that. But yeah, I was. And he had a layup. So I mean, two things that didn't happen very often for him this year. But yeah.
We were laughing. Like, I didn't know Elijah knew how to shoot 2-pointers.
Yeah.
And layups.
He did a good job though.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, with that zone, was it just one of the feelings that, hey, we need somebody who's going to catch and shoot, because his release is so quick?
Yeah, I mean, with Isaac out, Owen and Elijah are going to get more minutes off of that bench, or if Owen's starting, it'll be Fur, and so he's going to play a big role here down the stretch for us, and we were planning on using him, and they have a lot of small guards that are good fits for him, and so we were planning on using him, and then when they were in the zone. As soon as I think Randall came out early there, wasn't it? Because then when I subbed him, I can't remember for sure, but I think we got him in for Fur and just to get a little more shooting on against the zone.
Yeah, it was one of those games where, I mean, kind of an ebb and flow. Early, you guys were kind of trading leads, kind of going back and forth, kind of almost feeling each other out to see kind of what kind of game it was. When did you guys kind of feel like you were getting a little more comfortable with what you could do on both sides of the floor?
Definitely in the second half. I didn't think we played to our capabilities in the first half. Coach made some good points. I mean, we didn't really get into the flow of our offense. We were more ISO-oriented in certain aspects. So I think we did a much better job in the second half. And I kept on thinking we were going to pull away when we got to like 10 or 8 or 12 or something. Like, okay, this is when we're going to pull away. But, I mean, they were a really resilient team and never let us pull away from them. But I definitely think in the second half we had better flow to our offense. Everyone was involved. Everyone was getting the touches needed. But it was good.
I mean, they can run so many different big guys at you. They've got the small guards that are quick. They can do a lot of things, but just the matchups when you could take advantage of things. I know you had a mismatch. You're on the 3-point line, and all of a sudden there was somebody that was like a foot shorter than you, and it's like, when do I want to go here? And it was one of those games where it was more of a matchup. When can we take advantage, wasn't it?
Yeah, they have small guards, and so that's certainly a factor in it. And then they just run their offense with great pace. So, whether to kind of go big when they go small or not was, kind of a iffy decision just because of the pace of their offense and the way their guards move at the offensive end. But Trevor ended up, guarding on the perimeter line in their 4-guard offense, and so I thought he did an excellent job of being able to handle those matchups at the defensive end and then take advantage of the mismatches at the other end.
Coach, defensively, wasn't the strongest game, 56%, 72 points given up, but it seemed like you guys were flying around the whole entire game, causing a lot of turnovers. Just how would you evaluate the defensive performance tonight?
I thought the defensive effort was pretty good, particularly in that second half. You got to give Metro a lot of credit. They really executed and really did a great job. But in the first half, we had some breakdowns just in terms of what they're doing, and then their offense against our defense isn't maybe the best matchup. And so, we asked guys to do a few things differently than we normally do, and it just took over the course of that first half for us to kind of settle in and really kind of execute those things and with a comfort level. We were just a little hesitant, a little unclear in some of our communication in that first half. But I thought as the game wore on, we just got better and better defensively.
And then the bench in the first half, we talked about Elijah. As soon as Owen came in, shot right away, made a 3. Just talk about the momentum they kind of gave you guys when Trevor and Blaise weren't having the best first halves.
Yeah, both Owen and Elijah hit some key shots, and I also thought Mick gave us some good minutes off the bench. He was really sound defensively, stayed in position. He had a couple really good possessions on McGill as well, and then guarding on the perimeter. And so he gave us some key minutes. Had 3 assists and made a positive contribution for sure in the outcome of the game, even though he didn't make any shots.
And then just one question for Trevor and Blaise. You guys have gone on runs before, but you guys are the leaders of the team now. Just talk about what it means to lead this team in another postseason run.
I mean, I think we all really want another ring. I mean, the regular season's cool, but I mean, our freshman year, we didn't get to experience an atmosphere at home in the RMAC championship game or anything like that. So I think, I mean, playing for our coaches, playing for our families, playing for, but I mean, most importantly, we're playing for our teammates and our brothers. So I think we're really excited to be able to host the semifinals. We're only guaranteed 40 minutes, but we're definitely going to be focused and ready to push for another championship.
Yeah, I mean, like Trev said, our freshman year, we won the championship, but it didn't really feel like we didn't know the magnitude of this because it was my first year, and I didn't really understand how like a good crowd atmosphere worked. And tonight we had a great crowd, and I know Friday, Saturday we should have a great crowd. And we, like Trev said, we only get 40 minutes, and I got to come ready. We all got to come ready. Everyone has to play their role, and we got to win that. We got to win Friday night to get to Saturday. So we know we only have 40 minutes. We're not guaranteed Saturday, so everyone got to come with the right mindset, and we just got to get the win. That's all it's about.
So I feel like we've talked a lot about this season about starting 0-2 against Metro and Mines, and that being sort of the narrative where that was the start, and then you guys have gone on this run. You play Metro in the first round, and it just went final. Mines is coming here in the next round. So it's almost sort of a poetic opportunity for you guys to have those two back-to-back in this building. Just wondering if you could talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're all excited, and certainly respect Mines and know that they're playing their best basketball of the season now, and we've obviously been able to get it to another level from when we lost to them the first time, and so I anticipate a great game, two highly competitive teams, and we'll be ready to go.
Let's make it a parade inside our city.
What? No, I mean, ever since we beat them back at their place, I mean, they've been playing really well. Playing great defense, and it's definitely going to be a very, very tough, tall challenge. I mean, they're one of the best teams in the country for a nation. They're here for a reason, so we got to come with that mindset, and we understand it's a bit of a rivalry between Mesa and Mines, so we can't make it bigger than what it is. It's just another game, but no, we'll definitely be ready.
See, the game Mac played, he doesn't really get overlooked, but he kind of gets overlooked sometimes. I mean, the steal on his backside and the block from out of nowhere. Blaise's, you needed a little spark. Blaise is on the bench, and it just looked like you were going through that kind of lull on offense, and he just kept giving you chance after chance.
Yeah, no, Mac is unbelievable, and you can't equate his value in a stat sheet. The one thing I always look at every game I look at the plus minus, and Mac is almost always the biggest plus. And I think him and Joel Scott are 1 and 2 in the league for plus minus, and it just speaks to the impact he has on the game and how he does all kinds of little things that make winning efforts. So.
All right, thanks, you guys.
All right, thanks.
Fun.
That's it.